Hello and welcome to this fourth vlog video. The theme for this week is to talk about my favourite poker memory, so that's what I'm going to do. So I think I've had a lot of really good poker memories over the years, like getting to travel to quite a few places or getting to play the EPT when I was 18 years old and playing against Liv Boeree. That was a lot of fun.
Let's head to the outer tables, where Liv Boeree has moved all in. She did most of her chips in a big pot against Shannon Shaw, and now she's shoved for her last 12k.
Oh man, this guy's name is Shields and he's dressed like Scotty. Captain, Shields are doon!
Brandon Shields calls from the small blind. Ingvar Sten folds the big blind. Liv tables ace-9. Shields is behind, he's got ace-3.
Not a big fan of the call. He'll be a favorite exactly never.
Unless he flops a 3, which he has. Boeree eliminated.
Okay, so for this this poker memory, I'm going to have to bring you back to March 2017, which was a very different time for me. I had just broke up with my fiancée and we'd been together for nearly 5 years, and I was in a very bad place. I would say I was definitely very depressed at the time, and I don't want to sort of dwell on this, but I don't want to undersell it either, because it was genuinely really hard for me at the time. For anyone out there that hasn't been through depression, I think the best way to describe it is it's like you don't see a means of change. Like imagine being put into like a really deep dark pit and then the top being sealed, and as far as you're concerned it's going to be that way forever. And I know it's kind of sounds silly now because I feel so differently, but that is how it feels at the time. It feels like it's indefinite sort of sadness. So yeah, so that was going on at the time. I was also in lots of debt because I'd gone back to uni and I had to pay for my own tuition fee, so I was pretty much broke at the time. The guy that staked me at the time offered me an opportunity to go play a £400 tournament, and he said he'll give me a lift to the place, he'll pay for my hotel, and I get 30% of whatever net profit I make. So this opportunity for me was very good at the time. It's getting to play a fairly decent sized tournament, which is something I was like doing. No worry about any expenses regardless, and obviously if I win then that's pretty good for me because I needed money at the time. So I took the opportunity, I went, and again this sounds kind of funny now, but my parents were really worried about me at the time, and as I was leaving to go to Sheffield to play this tournament, they obviously said good luck and all the normal stuff, and my exact words were, "I'll probably win because I really don't care right now." And I genuinely didn't think that I did. I was just like, there's no way out of how I feel right now. That's the state I was in at the time. I went to go and play this tournament, and it was sort of surreal because it was like everything kind of went just really well or you win all the flips and the flop runs out really well, and it was a 3-day tournament. I made it to the 3rd day. Again, like, I'm still quite pessimistic at the time, not thinking I'm going to do very well, thinking, oh, at least I've cashed for like some money I'll get to keep. And I've had like an okay weekend. I've done something to take my mind off things. And then I got to the final table as chip leader, which was pretty fantastic. Taking a selfie with me. Brandon Shields, 830,000. And then again, the run just continued. And Mom and Dad drove up to Sheffield to come and watch me, which was really nice as well. And it was such a crazy atmosphere because I was the only one not from Sheffield on the final, I think, out of like the last few, and everyone else had like cheering rails and people were rooting against me quite a lot. And so it was literally like a massive crowd of people who were rooting for all the Sheffield players there.
Got Love Box here in Seat 6 with Mark next to him. He's hurt his arm, genuine Mark, but this kid keeps holding his shoulder. I think we might have to have an ambulance for him. Look, he's here again, look. Got a bad shoulder, this kid. Oh, poor fucker. Mark's off. He's definitely got a genuine bad arm. That's 85,000 there.
Can't beat that, it's nuts, man.
Chuck!
Nuts.
Come on, buddy! Come on, man! Jack!
Good luck getting out of the building if you win. I'm waiting taxi. I'll get his head back.
It sounds kind of stupid, but I think I was at this final table, I noticed that I was like I was smiling and I was enjoying myself and I was having fun while I was playing. I'm gonna keep saying it sounds silly because it just does to me now, but it was like a really nice reminder that there was more ways to be happy, if that makes any sense. I don't know, because I'd obviously just resided myself to the fact that I wouldn't be again, and now I was genuinely having a really great time. Some of the people on that final table were very entertaining, like really good people to play with. So it was lots of fun, and I did somehow manage to win this tournament. I ran extremely well.
Okay, we have a three-way all-in. Ryan all-in for just over 440. Brendan all-in for 1.4. And Craig all-in for 440. So we've got aces versus jacks versus ace king. Oh my god. So Brendan's just rivered a house to take out aces and ace king. There's two players.
I think I played well as well, but at the time it couldn't have really happened at a better time, because there was the financial situation, there was obviously the kind of depressed state I was in. It was a nice change for that. It was just surreal. I remember the moment of winning this tournament and standing there being like, I don't know what happens next. Like, am I supposed to sit down and get pictures, or like, I was just standing there thinking, I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this situation. I remember trying to stack the chips and I just couldn't, like my hands wouldn't work. And I think that's probably a good way of describing the indescribable feeling, is like you just don't know how to be a human anymore. Like I was just, I don't know what I'm doing right now, but it was just pure like bliss. I guess that's a good word. I had all of the financial problems sort of alleviated because I cashed for 27,000, which I mean I would have kept probably about 8,000 of that myself, but that was more money than I'd actually ever had at the time. So it was just unreal at the time. Yeah, and again, I don't want it to sound sort of too cheesy, but it was like a reminder that there was more, if that makes sense. Like instead of spiraling into a downward direction like I had been and not seeing any way out, now that I sort of was, it's like I was shown some sort of like you can be happy again, and I think since then I was going in the right direction. I was trending upwards. And for sure, I wasn't out of it yet, and that took a while. But this was like the key inflection point in my life, was playing this tournament, winning this tournament, silencing the voice in my head that says maybe you're not good enough to win, and it was just incredible. So that's definitely my favourite poker memory, and I think it's going to be really hard to beat, but I'm definitely going to try. Thanks for watching. Comment below with your favourite poker memories. That'd be great. Like the video, share the video, everything. Yeah, thanks again.